We knew that you were an influence, but we didn't know that it goes as deep as like everything about
influence in the script.
Real life. Yeah.
Well, all right, so like I'm not gonna.
Besides losing the kid, and I've always had my kid, but I do have a daughter, and my mom was never a pastor, so you know a lot of the shit is different, but like
fabricated.
But yeah, Mercedes is my.
Wait, so how did you come to that conclusion about the geisha, right? Geisha?
Oh, a psychic told me. A psychic told me that, so I used to have a best friend, she was Korean, and when me and her met, we met in the strip club, and we instantly clicked, like, immediately. As soon as we met, we became, like, instant besties. And we had a 20-year relationship. You wanna know why we broke up? Because she was sucking Kaiser's dick while I was laying out by the pool in the bathroom. She was in the bathroom sucking his dick while I was laying out in the pool. And this was plenty of times I'd let him get his dick sucked. There would be plenty of times he'd be like, yeah. It was plenty of times where he'll be like, can she suck my dick? And I'm like, girl, yes, go right ahead. I need a break. So for you to sneak and do it while I'm laying out by the pool smoking a blunt, like.
Oh, that's the part that you don't like. You don't like the sneaky shit.
No.
The
dishonest.
Yeah.
The betrayal, the backstabbing. Like, I'm telling you to do it. I'm telling you could do it and I don't even got to watch.
All I just need is the
permission.
permission.
So why not tell me? Yeah. Just keep it 100.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to say yes.
What if she
said? Option to say yes.
What if she did it and then was like, yo, by the way, I just did this?
That's how I found out.
She told you?
We had broken up and we were on one of our try to make up vacations that we infamously went on. We would break up and then he would call me like, can we go to the Bahamas? And then we would get to the Bahamas and he'd be like, I love you so much. Why can't we just work it out? So we was on one of those vacations and we were literally in the Bahamas at Atlantis. And she called me. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We was at the club in Atlantis. And she called me at like 2 o'clock in the morning and was like, I this is like weighing on my heart. I had to tell you. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I did this, and that, and you didn't know. And I fucking snapped. And it was just crazy.
And it was all about just being the dishonest shit. But I don't understand. Why was she doing? Well,
I money. That's Krista.
Why would she do that though, knowing that she already had permission?
Ask her.
You never asked her?
Never.
Why would you? You just hung up like fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, she tried so many times to, let me explain myself, but there's no need to explain yourself. I've had so many females put their head in the guillotine, and I just watched it roll. I don't got to do nothing. You're gonna cut your own head off. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right ahead.
That's a fact.
For what? For a concert ticket? For a pair of shoes? He got a shoe fetish. That's why I got his card. Because he got a shoe fetish and I was supposed to go shopping today. But I ain't feel like brushing around. I had to go to Brooklyn.
This is going to be a very good conversation.
She's dope.
I know.
I appreciate y'all.
All right. You mean?
She's like low key a little gangster.
A little?
A little gangster.
I think she's...
I'm about to say, like, by little, I mean, like, when you see, it's like, oh, all right, she's chill. But then when you hear what's going on, well, like, if you can hear it, you can hear it. You get what I'm saying? So, all right, Mercedes, because I'm not going to lie to you. Like,
not a Peabody fan?
I never watched it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the similarities is, the storyline with Mercedes is, she is the it girl of the Pink. The Pink is the strip club in Chucalissa, Mississippi that Uncle Clifford, who's the tranny guy, who he owns, right? Mercedes is the queen of the club. There's a feature stage that she's a part of, which is 3 women. She is trying to have her last dance, and she wants to use that last dance money to open up a dance studio for the drill team of young women that she coaches, and one of them just so happens to be the daughter that was taken away from her because she had the daughter at 15 by a married man, and when he passed away, he got his wife to keep the daughter away from her. So she's trying to get her daughter back. She's trying to have this last dance so she can retire from dancing and focus on this gym that she wants to open for her girls, and she faces some obstacles, right? Okay. So season 1 ends with her supposed to be having this last dance, but she never has the last dance. In season 2, she ends up getting her daughter back and unofficially having her last dance, and she opens up a pole dance studio. So my real life story is I came to Atlanta and I was bartending at the time. I had 2 years of dancing experience, but never, it was like white clubs. Like I was like one of these dancers. I wasn't
Yeah.
So
like Rhino in Vegas.
I came to So I came to Atlanta. I won the amateur night contest. I was immediately asked to work at Magic City from the owner. And that was the first history-making moment I made. Within a year, I was their very first feature performer, and I created my own stage set called the Snack Pack. The Trinity was Mercedes, Snack Pack was Magic City. When Kaiser told me that he didn't want me to dance anymore, I decided to leave. And they were like, you can't just leave. Like, you're not just any old average stripper. Like, you're like the best entertainer we ever seen.
Yeah.
You have to give the people.
You're the show.
Right.
Like,
So I'm like, all right. So I was like, I'm going to have a farewell party. I ended up naming the farewell party The Last Dance because my theme was Flash Dance. And it was my last time on Magic City stage. So I had a whole Flash Dance theme, but I crossed out Flash and made it last. Who knew that was going to turn into something? But look how many strippers have had last dances since. What's this girl? Did it on Love and Hip Hop. That was her introduction to Love and Hip Hop. She was having her last dance in Miami, Jessica Dime. So after my last dance, I made $30,000 approximately, and I took that money and I opened up a pole dancing studio. Season 2 ended with Mercedes taking her money and opening a pole dance studio. Not to mention, the other main character, her name was Autumn Night. She got hired. Oh, I left out a part. I moved to Atlanta. The day of Hurricane Katrina, just by coincidence. But I was fleeing Philadelphia because the boyfriend at the time that had a heart attack while we were having sex tried to kill me. So I had to get the fuck away from him. And I just packed up all my shit, put it in the car, drove to Atlanta. When I got there, it was the fucking worst rain monsoon I've ever seen in my life. It was August 29th, the day of Hurricane Katrina, the day the levees broke. Autumn Night, the other main character, there was this flood in which she escaped her abusive boyfriend that was trying to kill her. She ends up in Chucalissa, Mississippi with a suitcase with somebody else's ID, and she goes to the strip club, never even danced before, and she goes in and she does this amateur night contest, and she wins the contest, and they hire her as a dancer. So it was both main characters was my real life main story used as a muse for P-Valley. And the creator herself in season 1, the creator herself went on a press run, and she definitely said Gigi McGuire is a muse, and I wanted to have it as though Mercedes was packing out the pink the way Gigi McGuire would pack out a Magic City Monday. And then, again, when they came on lip service, it was all like brought to surface, and we had a whole like come to Jesus moment about me being that bitch. So yeah.
You being a bitch.
No, that bitch.
Oh.
That bitch.
Well, either way, I want to say that's fucking dope. That story is dope. Because I don't know. See, like,
Wait,
you know.
I'm gonna take a thumbnail for you guys real quick. Wait 1 second. I gotta move back.
So I was so the Snack Pack, right?
Snack
The other two members of the Snack Pack was Virgo and Simone. Virgo and Simone and another girl that used to work with us at Magic City, they are all actresses on P-Valley. They are the other strippers in the club that have speaking roles and this whole thing. I got the call from Simone, who is actually a part of production as well. She's like the liaison to authenticate the script because, they wanted to be as real as possible, right? I got a call from her in the beginning of season 2. Hey, P-Valley wants to have some real OGs on this season.
Of course.
And your name is at the top of the list. So how do you feel about coming on season 2? Wait for it. As yourself.
Damn.
Episode 5, season 2, Gigi McGuire is being honored as a legend in strip alongside Jocelyn Hernandez, Jessica Dime, and Miami Tip from Miami. Tip True. Yeah. So that's my P-Valley story. So yeah, very proud, very mind blown. Hopefully season 3 they write me in the script for real, and then it'll all really be a whole come to Jesus moment.
Wow. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta be 100% honest with you, right? And like off record, I guess.
No, we're actually filming, so.
Oh, okay.
And we're live, so I don't know if it's off record.
Well, there's a lot of storylines when it starts in a strip club that I'm like, whatever. But yours is really fucking dope.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
That's really dope. And I think that is dope. I don't think that is dope because of like we talked about this before. I'm not like emotionally considerate, but I realize that everybody has a story.
I'm not emotionally considerate.
Like everybody has a story.
I'm glad that you're like open with saying that.
Yeah, because like
and acknowledging that, because some people might, take that the wrong way.
Yeah, and some of them. I mean, listen, trust me. I've seen comments, right? But I think that everybody has a story. Like like my story, even though when I thought that my story was crazy tough and and then, you know, I had a situation where somebody had to break it down to me. It's like, you know, there's way more worse stories than yours. So like at that point was I had to realize like, okay, you know what? You can't just think that because you had a tough life that. Well, so that's what I kind of clicked for me. But it's not about your story. It's really about where you start, how you finish, and the impact. That's what I'm on. Heavy on the impact and the fact that you got a whole and I know the show, but like now that because I didn't know that it was a lot of it was based on your real journey, and it's like crazy because like P Valley is like a monumental show right now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and it started with your life. Like that's crazy to me. Like your life, not
Well, it technically started with a play that Katori Hall did called Pussy Valley, but when they brought it to a
film.
show, a TV series, I definitely was used as a muse for the storyline because I'm like the queen of strip, like in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like you can't mention Atlanta strip clubs in that time frame and not even the newer girls and not know who Gigi McGuire is. Like I created a lot of these pole tricks that these girls are still doing today. I've had so many memorable moments in the club. Even when Jeezy and Gucci Mane did the verses at Mega City, they was in the comments like, where is Gigi McGuire? Like this ain't right without her. Like y'all need her. Remember it was like a delay and they're like, put Gigi on the phone while we wait. Like y'all need Gigi in the background. Like where's she at? So it's like people know. Like they know.
So like the way I kind of look at stripping is similar to a sport, right? So like, let's say I play football and then like maybe every so often I go play a football game, right? So like, obviously probably not in a club, maybe even so, maybe at home, whatever the case may be. Do you ever like, you know what? This is just fun to me, something that I really like to do, enjoy doing. Do you just practice pole dancing to this day?
I do. I had a pole in one of the rooms in my house. And I think that pole is the best workout that a woman can do, and not just physically because it's full body, it's core, it's also a mental mind builder. Like it's a confidence builder. Like it brings out a confidence in you. Like you see girls like me doing these crazy pole tricks, defying gravity.